Greetings! Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. Thank you guys for the patience in the slightly altered schedule today. I am, if you missed the memo, I am at a writers' conference. They had our calendar go all the way up until about 8:50 today. So I want to give myself a few minutes to get on back to the van. It's an amazing conference. The people here gave me permission to park in the parking lot all weekend. There's a security behind me this way watching the van, and police hang out over this way. So if I'm at risk of anything, it's being swatted. But, you know, if anybody can figure out where I'm at and call them, there's a psycho in a van over there. But anyway, it is exciting. There's some people are amazing here. Some people need to learn a little bit more about humility. I just had somebody trying to say, YouTube's a social media too, trying to give me social media hints. I checked their YouTube channel. They have 143 subscribers. They need to keep going to catch up with me. I'll get 143 more subscribers in the next 2 weeks. I mean, it'd be nice if it'd be the next 2 days, but, being on YouTube's naughty list and all. But anyway, nice folks otherwise. It was fun. But anyway, hello there. Thank you, Jeffrey, for keeping everybody up to date that we are starting at 8:15 today instead of, 9:15 Eastern, instead of the usual 9 o'clock. Next week, we should be back to our usual 9 o'clock. This is just a temporary thing while I'm here. For you guys watching the Tux Traveler Travel channel, there will be a video. I started processing it at the usual time today. It just took 5.5 hours to process. I don't know why, but it did. But it is actually the full detailed installation of a DC to DC engine charger. I will put that up probably either maybe late tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. I'm not sure exactly when it's going up. It will go up very soon. So be on the lookout, for that. Poland has delivered 30 MiG fighters to our American postal delivery to Ukraine. Putin has declared war over this, and Biden vows to pull our troops out of Poland. Really interesting. Oh, boy. Post from Nvidia is planning to create software. That's funny because Silicon Graphics and Cray Research are the ones developed Nvidia. Sky News Nananda reported yesterday that Trump's private plane had to return to New Orleans after an engine failure. No U.S. paper reported this incident, not even CNN. Finally, with puppies and kittens everywhere on YouTube, 7 rescuers gathered over 24 newborn puppies. Realized they were rats. Oh, Lord. Hello, Junko. Greetings. Early for once, and I was later than usual. Anyway, let's see. Alert, if you are at the bottom of the chat, the mouse wheel no longer drags up the chat. You are required to use the scroll bar on the right. Really? This is a permanent YouTube. Oh, God. Now, if you spam the up button, it will work. It will work. Trust me. This has been a problem for a while. I've complained about it a few times. Horror feature. There you go. This sounds like a you problem. Uh-oh. Let's see. Been suffering the same issue? Is this a wireless mouse issue? No, wireless mouse works fine. Let's see. Browser issue. No, although in this part of the country, I am getting odd internet weird stuff. So literally, I think every single time I turned on the computer today, the internet didn't work until I had to boot everything on and then toggle off and then toggle on. In one instance, I had to reboot. I don't know what in the world's going on. It's weird. But I'm not sure. But it's like I think it's the cell companies are doing weird things with the towers. Turns out one of my cell phones, I don't think it's the tower issue. It is the cellular antenna is going bad. But guess what? I cannot deliver a smartphone to an Amazon pickup location. I have to deliver it to back to my home address. Yay. At least I'm on the way back up there. So if anybody is planning on swatting me, I should be back in my hometown for a few weeks sometime soon. But, even then, good luck. I'm still in a van. So, I'll hear your SWAT team go and start a high-speed police. Never mind. Anyway. YouTube app issues. Let's see. Both systems going at the moment. Does not seem to be an issue on Falcon web browser. So I'm using Chromium, and yes, I do get that weird bug when the chat drops to the bottom. You don't have to use a scroll bar. You can slam the up the scroll up a lot, and it will eventually go up, and then it'll go way up higher than you want it to. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grace. Take me to your dementia-laden leader. Good evening, friends. Currently working on the music and the lyrics for a parody rap song about how much I hate rap. Very nice. Sweet. We'll share it when you're done. Using Endeavor OS on the Plasma desktop. My Endeavor uses the Cinnamon desktop. This person has Endeavor. Inferno Jake has Endeavor with XFCE. This is kind of fun. Can't wait for Linux to support my Wi-Fi card. Uh-oh. What Wi-Fi card is that? What do you have? A Reltec? 4 Feet says to follow 4 Feet. Howdy, by the way. Updated my desktop layouts, now controlled by Latte. Very nice. I had an amazing Moco today, by the way. Alien cat from another state. All right. Quick, sell your credit card. There you go. Bitcoin named after Corn Pop, the former vice principal of Barack Toboggan. All right. Hello, everyone. Got the cops switch their servers to Red Hat. Nice. Cloud Ready is nice, but yeah, when it comes to hardware support, it can be spotty. Budgie layout almost did not survive the Latte transition. I had to use a regular Plasma panel for the sidebar. Add a new Greta. Whatever happens to the Nvidia hacker? You know what? I read today or yesterday, last night when I was compiling news, that the Nvidia hacker did not take any action on their threat to release everything. Hello, under the blanket with one kitty. Nice. Pet that kitty for me. A few clients at work today on Verizon towers had weird issues or rebooted their phone until they rebooted. Really? Had a few clients at work today. What general part of the country are you in, Commodore fan? To turn off my modem and on again as the internet was saying connected, but not working. That's exactly what's been happening to me most of the day. It's on. I log into my router. The router verifies an IP address. Still no connection. Have to do a bunch of things, and then it gets back on. Maybe it's just something goofy with our American internet. How amazing. Now, the first time when I reported earlier on and I said we may not stream, the problem was just that I was parked and being obstructed by a giant tree. But I had to move, and I had to drive 3 miles away to pick up some parts from Amazon and come back. And when I came back, I parked in a different spot where security told me to park so they can watch the van all night. So I parked in a place without any trees or any buildings or anything else, so I should have good solar too. Because yesterday we got like 200 watts. It was like crazy. I actually had to run the engine for a while. I hate rap by the Confederate Railroads. Sisters. All right, let's get started. No tea today. I'm trying to conserve my restroom usage until the morning. So, but water, slightly better than tea. But uninstall Tetris from their phones and consoles. The game originated in Russia. Don't tell me that. Western South Carolina, be at the gates of the Masters across the river in 25 minutes. Okay. Biden placed a news blackout starting yesterday. Might be because of that. God. Dementia patient in chief. All right. Very similar to what we had last week. Very little going on in the news because of the crazy World War III. So we'll chat a little bit about. We'll do privacy, and then I have 2 security news right next to each other. Then we will do our affiliate spot, and then we will do our World War III, and then business in Sillyville as usual. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you would like to catch the show live. Today we're talking about our privacy news, a little bit of security, and World War III is upon us. Maybe not yet. Of course, if you're still watching this, then chances are nukes have not blown you up. So maybe we're being a little melodramatic. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into the privacy news. First, there was an article from Tech Report, real-time data improving customer service. And this report just came out earlier this week. And basically, it's all about this positive fluff piece about why you as a client need to collect and analyze all sorts of client data in real time so you can really figure out what your customers are doing, and you can, help them improve their customer service. Keep telling yourself that. What I liked most about this is you get down here and point number 3, make mobile and social media the focal points. Nothing surpasses mobile and social data sources for knowing what clients are doing in real time. Using that data is like personally following clients around to find out where they are and what they want. That's why I chose to include this article in here. That is indeed creepy. This is why I do not like social media. I don't spend any time there, and why all of my phones run Lineage without micro G or Google services at all, because I want the smallest possible footprint for some corporate stalker to be following me around the internet, because I don't care. And I got news for you. I don't know if you follow what goes on with customer service or if you've ever had to deal with people. Customer service was a whole lot better 20 and 30 years ago, before we had massive data collection. Now we have massive data collection all over the place, and guess what? Customer service has gone to crap. And so that's kind of crazy. I got to move this camera slightly because the cat keeps messing with the green screen. Apologies for that. But anyway, just be careful that companies are now being taught about using social media and smartphone apps as a means to collect the maximum amount of data. Kind of like that video I talked about earlier this week about the government using mobile apps to get all of, to basically do reservation systems. Kind of like I knew what I was talking about, but I don't know. And I promise, I recorded that video before this came out. So whatever. Well, Brave browser is taking a spring out of the creepy bounce tracking. So what's going on is bounce tracking is a way that websites have been getting around people who set their cookies to block third party. So if you go to a website and they're using some third party cookie to track you, what the website can do is it can detect if you're doing that, blocking third-party cookies, and then if you are, then what they can do is they can take that same thing and they can load it on the page in an iframe, and when you load it in the page on an iframe, it counts as a first-party cookie, and then they're still able to track you around the internet. Well, Brave is starting to roll out methods to spot them doing this, and they're actually changing their protocols in order to prevent you from doing this. And so Brave browser is becoming a little bit better at blocking you out. Can you guys hear the cat running around like a lunatic? But he's super fat, so I'm not going to stop him. Like, burn the calories. I started calling him the hungry hippo. But anyway, back to the article. So Brave is actually doing some pretty good things, and also consider looking at Brave Search as well, since DuckDuckGo is losing its way. HBO is now accused of sharing subscriber data with Facebook in a class action lawsuit. So basically, HBO has been collecting and harvesting all the data that all its various subscribers are looking for. And what they started to do is selling this data to Facebook so that Facebook could match your viewing profile to the profile they had on you to build a better idea of the things that interest you, in order, of course, to better sell you ads and to, better control you in the coming world when the algorithms take over everything. Maybe it's to show you what type of movie backgrounds to give you in the metaverse or something. I don't know. But regardless, a lot of people looked at HBO and said, you know what? Well, sharing data across several other services for some reason isn't illegal because it's kind of crazy. There's actually a little known law from 1988 that what happened is some senators and or congresspeople, people in the government, were watching pornos that they got from the movie rental stores, and then that information was released somehow, and so Congress was really quick to pass a law that protects what people read at the library and watch the video store. Well, it turns out that the way the law is interpreted, any video data and reading data that a person has is possibly protected by this law. And so the people in the class action are alleging that HBO has violated the 1988 Video Privacy Protection Act in sharing this data with Facebook. So very interesting case, and shows once again how you might trust HBO, but they're still selling data to the likes of Facebook. So that's kind of crazy, and yeah. And on to our feature story, introducing BidenCoin. Biden considers a digital dollar, so he signed an executive order because what else? I mean, did he even know what he was signing? Just sign it, Joe. I'll give you an ice cream cone when you sign this, you demented lunatic. And so he signs this bill, which in 180 days is going to require certain groups, and I forget which group is which. One is like the Fed, one is like Congress. And there's all sorts of people involved. The Department of Homeland Security is involved in this as well. And then within, 180 days, 200 days, 250 days, whatever, all these reports have to come in to check the viability of doing all these things so that they can somehow maintain a good, secure, privacy-orientated cryptocurrency that they can use to make sure nobody's committing crimes. Those two things are mutually exclusive. You can't have it both ways, you demented lunatic. And so we are getting this discussion looking at the central bank digital currency. CBDC is the abbreviation. And what I thought was particularly interesting in the actual report, I didn't see it in this, but in the particular report, it's talking about how you could use this for monitoring people for criminal behaviors and things like this. So it's a very dystopian type digital money. Now, they have said that they're not planning on getting rid of cash anytime soon, but just for people who wanted a digital currency, this would be an option. Kind of terrifying, and I would probably not put any stock in the BidenCoin, but that's kind of me. Well, let's go ahead and have a look at a couple of security articles next. So first up, Samsung has a data breach. Now, no customer data or even employee data was taken, but what was taken is the source code for a lot of things inside of their corporate apps, the apps that they've created, including the source code for information that made your biometric locks work. And this would mean that the hackers that took this could possibly reverse engineer this and figure out how to break into your phones. So yeah, that amazing, highly secure biometric lock. Yeah, hackers have that data now, and it's going to be very possible for them to figure out ways around it. So while Samsung itself is trying to say, they're trying to play this down because, hey, there's no client data loss. It's just 200 gigabytes of our confidential data, source code for various technologies, and algorithms for biometric unlock operations. Sounds like something possible could be crazy. Now, this is Lapsus $, is the hacking group, which is the same one that infiltrated Nvidia. And basically, they're the ones that told Nvidia, hey, you got to open source this stuff, or we'll release it all. And so those guys did not do anything. Samsung said they have not made any specific demands on them as of yet, but we'll kind of see. And next we have a Linux bug. It is high severity, but it requires a local manipulation of your computer, with this caveat that several Android versions are susceptible to this, and a malicious app can do just that. So it's very similar to the old Dirty Cow. This one is Dirty Pipe, in that you can pipe through a few different commands and gain root access to the device. Now, as far as a Linux computer, somebody would generally need root access or local access in order to do that. But on an Android phone, it can be done with a an app. So you have to be careful of that. Now, the vulnerability was introduced. Let's see. It told me up here where it was introduced. It was introduced. I don't even think Debian is susceptible to this thing. It's so old. Where'd it go? Somewhere in this article, which you can find in the link down below, it will tell you when it created. Okay. It was introduced in 5.8. Relatively new. Many production servers are not running 5.8, but it has been patched in all of the latest versions. I think the latest 2 or 3 versions of Android are patched now. So it's fixed in 5.16.11, 5.15.25, 5.10.102. So some Android versions are going to be susceptible, which means a malicious app could do this. But if you have a Linux versions past these particular ones, you are going to be mitigated. Well, if you would like to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. I am recording this one from a writers conference, so it's appropriate I talk about Pro Writing Aid. Excellent tool, is an alternative to Grammarly that has always been privacy focused. They've never cared, unlike Grammarly, they have never cared about what you want. They've not collected it. Using my affiliate code tlm.li/PWA will save you 20% off a lifetime or a yearly subscription. And any one of these 3 will actually help support the channel as well. So have a look at Pro Writing Aid if you write and you need help on your emails, your documents, or anything else that you need. And they do have some features to support LibreOffice. So with that, let's go ahead and have a look at World War III. Alrighty, have a look at our comments here. Let's see. Brush Gary's rap songs. Let's see. I grew up in the update. Gas prices up 4.10 per gallon. Yeah, gas prices at the Walmart I was near were at about $4 a gallon. I'd say we're screwed. When Walmart's gas is $4 a gallon, we're screwed, guys. We're just done. We're done. Kind of went up 2. Told my wife we need to plan things out once in one day to save gas. Yeah. Got gas last night, $3.99 a gallon to top off. That's what I did today. I think it was like $4.06 or something. But hey, they let me sleep in their parking lot, so I was willing to pay the extra 6 and 7 cents a gallon. Why not, right? See, van life isn't always amazing and glorious. Sometimes you sleep in gas station parking lots. In the state I'm currently in, that seems to be more often the case. Although the other day I was kind of camped out in the woods by a river next to an unstable, mentally ill homeless guy. So, $5.12 a gallon in Vegas at the cheapest place downtown. No, I don't mean Taco Bell. Oh boy. All right. We can ease in World War III, start off maybe 2.2 or 2.5. I know, right? Semis cost over $600 each to fill their tanks this morning. Ouch. We're restricted from going into Canada. Uh-oh. Chat school issue is minor on Falcon. Just have to move the mouse wheel a little faster. Hello, Boogie Poop. Or Boogie Pop. Boogie Poop. Ooh. Boogie Pop. How's it going? From Nicaragua. How are you doing, Nicaragua? I hope it does not jump tomorrow. I got to go run errands and visit a family member who's about 50-minute drive away. Ooh, I hope it does not go up as well. All right. Game transport costs less driving these days. Anyone know if uBlock Origin deals with this spring tracking? It should, because it should block all access to those no matter what the source is. I purchased gasoline a month ago. It was about $2.90 a gallon. Not driven the car for the last few weeks. Be on the main server by Tuesday. The new build will be delayed a wee bit longer. There you go. Driving less, save gas. Yeah, Biden's first day on the job. I don't know what I'm reading. Shot it anyway. Yeah, that really happened, guys. We go down as the worst president in history. Yeah, he's already sinking deeper than Jimmy Carter. Fitting a counterfeit coin for a counterfeit president. There you go. BidenCoin equals spyware, courtesy of the swamp. There you go. Biden's first day warned everybody that he will fire you if he is not the chief bully. That's right. I have silver coins and the other rare coins I can physically touch when the BS hits the fan. There you go. He makes Cardinal look like Reagan. Amen to that. I have an iPhone because they're supported for 6 to 7 years, but maybe I'm just weird. There you go. If a hacker hacks into my fin, your phone, will find out I have nothing there. Like, wait, what? This person doesn't even use two-factor authentication. Joe's brain is turning into mashed potatoes at this point. Yes, it is. Gold, silver, nickel, copper coins always have value. I'm going to drive down a smartphone. That's insulting to mashed potatoes. I have a phone that I did not update at all. Works fine. Yep. Linux 5.15 LTS kernel's already patched. Biden lost it in the 70s. How I got elected still freaks me out. I'd tell you, but this is YouTube. I can't drive either due to eyesight hearing. We live in a small, semi-rural town. If at least one person does not drive in your family, you're screwed. Yep. Girlfriend does the driving of the family. End marker 1. There you go. Not even update my tablets. Inferno, love your profile pic. All right. Oh, cool. I just never even looked at it. Cool. How about bringing Trump back? Yeah. I'll take mean tweets over a crashed economy any day. Need a solar power car. Yeah. Go Biden. You're supposed to say, let's go Brandon, but okay. $4 liter this time next week if things stay the same in New Zealand. Oh, boy. All right, let's go to World War III, shall we? Where is my World War III? Did I put it there? Hey, there I did. Put it there. Put it there! So first up in World War III, Cloudflare, another slightly positive one, I think. Cloudflare says, no, we're not going to pull out of Russia. If we shut off other sites, they would just celebrate. And they might. They might be like, yes, these Western guys are giving us reasons to run them all over with tanks and mutually assured destruction. So, but yeah, Cloudflare's like, all right, maybe we should slow down a little bit. I don't know. Although, legitimate businesses in the United States, I just didn't feel like them being on our system. Russia, yeah, sure, why not, Cloudflare still baffles me sometimes. All right. So Biden this week, of course, bans the import of Russian oil, liquefied natural gas, and coal. Of course, the dementia patient in chief did not likewise ramp up oil drilling or any other oil production in the United States, basically effectively saying, you're all screwed. You should have bought electric cars. Yeah, electric cars are still worse for the environment than gas cars, by the way, particularly if you have a perfectly fine working gas car. I got news for you, dementia patient. Allow us to drill and transport oil in the United States, and this won't be a problem. You're the fool who shut down the oil industry on day one of your administration. Enough said about that. So Russia, in response to all of these people basically deplatforming them from everything and anything, Russia is saying, hey, we'll just make pirating software legal. Okay, Western tech, you don't want us to pay you money? Okay, we'll just take your crap for free. Now, there's actually a law in Russia that kind of allows them to do this. Basically, Russian law already allows, paragraph 2, the government to authorize without consent of the patent holder the use of any intellectual property in case of emergency related to ensuring the defense and security of the state. Government has not yet taken such a step, but it is allowed to do so if it wants, according to its own law. So basically, yeah, all these companies pulling out, we'll hurt you, Russia. We're just going to grab it all from Pirate Bay. We have a copy of their database anyway. So I don't know what you're helping there, but definitely an interesting thing going on. So just a lesson, maybe everyone just pulling their stuff out isn't going to do much. I don't know. And finally, Russia is planning to seize assets of any Western companies that pulled out. You pulled out your production. If you still have anything in our country, it's ours now. Sorry. There's actually a lease of like $6 billion in jets, I believe, which is on lease. But of course, since all these people all these people pulled them out. They pulled out of SWIFT, so they basically can't transfer. It's unknown as of yet if they're going to make good on their, several $billion payment coming up here in this next couple of weeks. But the airplanes are in their possession. What are you going to do? Go in and take them? Russia's like, no, you're not. You Golden Arches McDonald's? Yeah, we now own your restaurant. It's starting to look kind of like what the United States did to the Japanese right after Pearl Harbor. If you're unaware of that, by the way, I think it's at the road, was it Manzabar, I think? Basically, they did some bad things in the environment that caused an entire area to become this arid desert. Then they set up a camp and pushed all of the Japanese citizens there and basically held them as war prisoners for the entire duration of the war. Very frightening stuff. Definitely bad. And basically, Russia's doing the same thing to United States companies. So, yeah, pull out. We'll just seize your assets. Kind of interesting, but that kind of is the case. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. You can jump on over there and help support the channel on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. All right. Manzabar, did I get that name right? Somebody knows your World War II history better than I do. Let me know. Started over with the Fed coin. The money you have now is worthless and can't be used to get Fed coin. Hope you're joking, Larry. What's Larry joking about? Oh, yeah. Need to ban gas-powered cars in the U.S. No, we don't. If everybody were to immediately today trade in your gas car for an electric car, our entire electric grid would collapse. We don't have the capability of supporting it. Let me check power real quick. 13.0. Not too bad. Of course, if my computer did not have to run for 5 hours today to encode a video, I have no earthly idea why that happened. Good thing I did it on the laptop instead of on the main computer. Although the main computer might have done it in half the time. I don't know. How do parents cheer for their son's name Brandon when they're playing sports without offending the people or starting a crowd chant? I don't know. But I think that the Babylon Bee tackled that question. So ask the Babylon Bee. Can we elect a cat as president? It seems it would work as well for Alaska. A cat, my stupid cat over here would actually be a much better president than Let's Go Brandon. All right. I mean, really, let me see real quick. Kitty, do you think you would do a better job than Let's Go Brandon? What do you think? No, I'm not petting you. He's so stupid. He thinks I'm calling him for kitty treats or something. I'm not giving you kitty treats. Go lay down again. Go lay down, kitty cat. Go lay down. All right, fine. Come up here. There you are. Yeah, you want to say hi to peoples? Let's go, Brandon! Yay! All right. Reminds me of Teddy Roosevelt, who led us into World War II with lockdown regulations over how businesses can operate. Yeah. Not glowing in the dark yet. Don't worry, the Brandon administration has everything under control. He has special skills when it comes to, the thing. Funny thing about, I just realized Joe Biden loves saying, the thing, right? Well, one of the ladies in our writers conference right now, she just went on this 5-minute tirade about never use the word thing in your manuscript when you're writing. It's too nondescript. Shutdown of the pipeline started the issues. Yes, it did. Yeah, look at how bad this thing is. This is all because of Biden or all because of Putin. No, it's all because of Biden, but it's like, no. You realize that bad inflation report that just came out predates the Ukraine situation by a month, right? These are delayed for a month, right? Right? No, but we're too short term. I don't know. From Hoover, the first coming of Bush to FDR. Oh, boy. Canceling and sanctions never hurt the politicians. It hurts the civilians. Absolutely. Amen to that. Piracy is already really big in Russia before it happened, so this isn't surprising. Yeah, this is true. I always wondered why Russians and Chinese were using Microsoft stuff instead of coming up with their own. It's free. Big Macs were selling at $250 in Russia after the cheese was closed down. Nothing worse than Big Old Mac. Wait, what? Gas is $3.89 in Kansas. Maybe I should go to Kansas for a while. Should I go to Kansas for a while, guys? That's pretty good gas. Russia is just asking for trouble and consider McDonald's products to be food. Yeah. Took a bacon, egg, and cheese McMuffin, left it out for months, and no flies even landed on it. The other flies are like, what is this crap? I ain't eating that. It's not good enough for my children to be laid into. Linux and Calculinux should be banned in the U.S. since they're based in Russia. Oh, boy. McDonald's food is equivalent to undercooked hockey puck. There you go. Nothing should be banned in U.S., Russia, or others. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm on board with you. It's a bunch of nonsense. Hillary, stop importing the dozers. What? Russia wine imports have been banned in Texas. Yeah. Any politician with a D next to their name should be banned from saying the words Russia or Russian. I mean, some Democrats have some good ideas. I think that many of them have flown the coop, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I think my other channel is muted. Yeah, we're muted over here for sure. 32. So remember when this channel on like every live show would get like 100 subscribers or 100 viewers consistently? Yeah, kind of weird. Yesterday we were up to like 70. I think maybe it's the topic. I don't know. You like toll booths? Not really. Are there toll booths now in Kansas? I've driven through Kansas a lot. I do not ever remember hitting a toll booth in Kansas. Maybe I'm brain dead or something though. I don't know. Or I just haven't driven on the roads with toll booths. I don't know. What are we going? Business. We're going business. Whew. I'm getting tired already. It's too early to be tired. What is it? It's 10 o'clock. Of course, we're usually wrapping up the news around 10 o'clock these days. Only recently found the channel. Well, welcome, Gosu. How's it going? Let's go ahead and jump on into the business. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business and the Sillyville edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to catch the show live. Let's go and dive on into the news. First, we have an update. We talked last week about Rivian jacking up the price of up to $20,000 for some people for their electric trucks. Well, it turns out that the shareholders are not happy about that. They filed a giant lawsuit over the surprise EV truck price hike because it caused a lot of negative publicity. It caused a lot of people to pull out of their pre-orders. And basically the gist of the suit is saying they were either lied about what they could do, or they were completely incompetent, quote, materially inaccurate, misleading, and or incomplete because they failed to disclose, among other things, that the R1T and R1S were underpriced to such a degree that Rivian would have to raise prices shortly after the IPO. So the lawsuit alleges the surprise price hikes would tarnish Rivian's reputation as a trustworthy and transparent company and risk the cancellation of a significant number of nearly 56,000 pre-orders the company had accumulated. The CEO, as well as the chief financial officer, chief accounting officer, and the board of directors are all named in the lawsuit, with the underwriters of the IPO, including Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan Chase. I will tell you that if these guys all have to pay big bucks to the shareholders of Rivian, I am not going to lose any sleep. I mean, I don't have specific dirt on some of these, but remember that Goldman Sachs was the company that told a medical company, stop producing this treatment for hepatitis C that completely cures it because it's going to cost you too much money, because the treatment is too cheap and you're going to cure it and people are going to be well and not require your medicine. That is the type of people we're talking about. We covered that on the news. That was about 3 years ago. That's the type of company that Goldman Sachs is. If they have to pay out several $1 million or something in a lawsuit, I'm not going to lose any sleep. I might throw a party. I might lose sleep. I'm going to be partying. Woohoo! But the point is, be transparent and know what you're doing, and don't raise the price of your vehicle by $20,000. That's insane. I'll barely pay $20,000 for a vehicle, yet let alone $20,000 extra for one that you promised me at a cheaper price. Well, Amazon was tied to forced labor in some places in China. Is it Xinjiang? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot pronounce that. So Apple, of course, is the biggest one people look at with the Chinese slave labor. But after a tech transparency report that just was released not long ago, it turns out that Amazon had at least 5 different contracts with companies that were either directly or indirectly utilizing slave labor as recently as 2020. And so it raises, actually recently is December 2021. So, okay, so as recently as only about, 3 months ago. Now some of these were subsidiaries, some of these were the actual companies. So we're kind of starting to see what some of these are. And this is the people that are making the, like the Amazon branded things, Amazon Basics, Amazon Essentials products. Basically, slave labor in China has been working on making those, getting them out to Amazon for the cheapest. Now, they did stop working with some of the companies that were directly using slave labor a few years back, but they were still connected with several that were involved nevertheless. Well, Meta has some new tools to help group admins protect, manage, and grow their Facebook groups, according to Facebook.com's blog. Quote, we've added more features for Facebook group admins, such as the ability to automatically decline incoming posts that have been identified as containing false information by third-party fact checkers. Remember those third-party fact checkers that actually aren't fact checkers, they are opinion providers? Because when John Stossel sued Facebook over the fact check saying false information, and Facebook's came back to the court and said, well, these fact checkers are opinion. What? You either lose or you lose right here, Facebook. So basically they're saying that anything that a Facebook fact checker has said is misinformation can automatically be blocked in Facebook groups. So there we have it, guys. We are moving into the world where even in your Facebook groups, you can't post things because your admins might be like, hey, we can't post any of this kind of stuff. Maybe this is to protect the legitimacy of Facebook. I mean, you don't want anybody coming after Facebook as saying, oh, this is where people are finding misinformation, and then they'll like bow down to the censorship clause like DuckDuckGo. But anyway, Nvidia is seeing a future in software and services, including recurring revenue. Where do they want to put this kind of stuff? I was like, I'm first reading this going, oh boy, more subscription services to video cards. Nope. They're putting these in your cars. My cars, your cars, all of these future amazing cars that are going to be so absolutely gloriously amazing as to require software subscription services to use basic functions of the vehicle. Thank you, Nvidia. I already didn't like you. Now I will just never use you even more. Like I'll never before want to buy Nvidia. Now I'm just going to push the Nvidia back right next to HP. I will never buy from HP. I'll just have to be on my deathbed needing an Nvidia to save my life to consider it. Okay, we'll put it that way. The overall gist of it is, here, the CFO of Nvidia gave the example of how autonomous cars will be a recurring software revenue. Mercedes-Benz starting in 2024 and Jaguar Land Rover starting in 2025 will ship with self-driving vehicles with Nvidia's computers and Drive operating system. Their entire fleets will be operated with Nvidia software, and we will have the ability to share the software with those OEMs and monetize it over the life of the cars being on the road. He said, adding that she expects the number of such cars to reach about 10 million. I'm sorry, no, I do not want recurring software subscriptions in my car. No! I'll tell you what, the company that comes up with the car that avoids all of this nonsense, these guys are going to be the guys that are going to make it big. The ones that says, hey, a car should be simple and not full of BS. That's the car I'm going to be buying. You can make it look like the ugliest piece of garbage on the road. I'll still buy it. Well, anyway, you can help support the channel with affiliates. Today we are highlighting Linode. TLM.li/Linode will give you $100 in credit, good for 60 days. You can spin up as many Linodes as you would like. Try them out. What can you do with them? Well, I have my Jitsi server running on them. You can do Nextcloud. I have several clients on both cPanel and on ISP config. I have a Jellyfin multimedia server accessible via the web on Linode. There's all sorts of fun stuff you can do on Linode. So tlm.li/Linode if you'd like to give it a try yourself. Now, let's go to Sillyville. Alrighty. Oh, we had a bot. Thank you guys for silencing the bot. 79, 7029, love their toll biz. What we meant is that the other channel was allowing me to chat for some reason. Interesting. Russian spam has gone down 300% from a year ago. Well, South Carolina only has one toll that I know of, and it's a bridge near the coast. Better buy oil from a communist dictator, Marudu, than US or Canada. I know, right? Hey, you can either buy it from Russia or you can buy it from Saudi Arabia. Both of them will blow you up if they get the chance. USA will just cancel you for, liking science and biological sex. Hot milk in the middle of a marathon. Bad choice. The Gatorade was better. Ugh. Hot milk in the middle of a marathon. That's horrible. Look, Trump, Biden, being retired only cost me money when I try to buy things. Yeah. CNN fact checkers. I don't know. Meanwhile, Argentina has a huge petrol deposit region that nobody wants to invest in, even with 3 digits of discount. Dare they not agree with the current thing? What thing? I'd sooner trust a rectal exam from Captain Hook than I would a fact check from CNN. Oh! Ow! Ooh! $20 a month for RTX 3080 GeForce Now cloud gaming. Biden will go down in history in whatever this country becomes. Yep. You will require a data collection to use your car eventually. Yeah, it's garbage. Who will write that history? Yeah. Great. I still have 2 laptops running 1660 card. So I drive a car with a carb. Only computer is in my stereo. There you go. True, no one knows how to write these days. Yeah, some people do, just not well. A car would keep driving, no problems, even if you hit it with an EMP. There you go. But you couldn't listen to your music, man. That sucks. You should get a separate stereo and put it in a Faraday box. You get hit by an EMP and swap out your stereo. Does anyone here know how to take down the entire smart car database? Asking for a friend. EMP? Car's a car. I should just take it from point A to point B. Yep. Get stuck with a 65 XT, then go any further in Nvidia. Yeah. Block the same spammer on 2 resale sites as a mod. Wow. All right. Let's go ahead and head to Sillyville. So first up in Sillyville, I have to tell you first and foremost, before I start the story, that I had made a little slight whoopsie. I was talking about wanting to do a TechSpot stupid article of the week because they have been having some doozy moronic articles lately. And I thought that's what this was, but then I looked at my browser and I realized I accidentally typed techreport.com instead of techspot.com. But nevertheless, Tech Report did come through and gave us this amazing article about how to use a book as a business card. Okay. Now, I got news for you. I have business cards. In fact, I have some business cards right here. This is a business card. I wrote it. I made it on LibreOffice. You guys probably can't see it. Whoa, you can't see even less because my camera's here on manual. But I have a business card. I promise it's not solid white. It's a business card. I produced it on LibreOffice. I printed it on my printer in the van, and I have some business cards with me, and they're cheap. I mean, this business card probably cost me 3 to 5 cents, if that. No big deal. Now, I'm also an author, and I have 7 books under my name. Okay, and the cheapest I can get one of my books, I guess like I can get some of my books for about $1.50 or so, because I'm the publisher. If you're not the publisher, you're going to be paying, $6, $7, $8, $9 for one of your own copies of your own books. So Tech Report comes out with this amazing thing: how to use a book as a business card. If you're still handing out small business cards, perhaps it's time to get an upgrade. We're not talking about redesigning your card to make it flashier. We're talking about switching gears and writing your own book. Are you a buffoon? Okay. This business card, if somebody wants to contact me, has everything they need. Okay? It has, maybe it's good you can't see it. I don't know. Maybe you can see it. I'm just showing you like information that I may not want to share with the world. I don't know. We got to edit this out. I don't know. Can you see it? It's got my name. It's got my website. It's got, this one doesn't have a phone number, but it's got, it's got everything you need to contact me. If you like, I had a great conversation with this person, and I'll send you a message. In fact, so one of the guys I just met today, talked to him for a while. He handed me a card. So, I'll email you soon. So I got that card. I'm going to email him. Okay, I got a book. It's not in the back of your book. Your email address, your phone number, pretty much anything you do. So what does Tech Report do? Like, just write a book, man. You don't need a business card. You need a book. Just write a book. So your book can become your business card instead. Sure, it'll cost you a bit more than 25 cents. Yeah, like 1,000 times more, you moron. If you're like using one of these vanity press companies, you're going to be paying about $10 for one of your copies of your book. Using a traditional publisher, it's probably going to cost about $7 for one of your books. Okay, and that's if you have a fairly small book. All right. So they have some things over here. 5 easy steps to writing your book. I'm going to tell you, as a published author, these 5 easy steps are a bunch of nonsense. Number 1, come up with an idea. Number 2, just write the basic outline. Number 3, just write the book. Number 4, design the cover and then start printing. Simple as that, guys. Are you really that stupid, Tech Report? My Lord, what in the world are you smoking, and where in the world did you get it? That is insane. Oh yeah, everyone's just going to sit down. Oh, I got a great idea. I'm going to write a book tomorrow. Okay, I talked to a lady today, sit next to her in one of our meetings. A few minutes before the meeting started, we start chatting. She's been working on her novel for like 8 years. And that's fairly typical. I mean, I've thrown out books as quickly as a couple months. That's kind of hard to do. It's rare. Even for me, it's rare. It's hard to do. You don't just sit down like, hey, write a book, and then, let's just go ahead and design the cover. Well, what are you, an expert in book cover design? Oh, start printing. Oh, that's great. Where do I print from? Wonderful idea, Tech Report. Well, if you do have a book idea and you'd like to talk about getting it published, go ahead and let me know. I will actually talk to you about what it actually takes. But if you're planning about using a book as a business card, just get a business card, okay? Because a book does not have the information a business card does. A business card is to give you my contact information for later. A book doesn't have your contact information. My lands. TechSpot looked smart this week. Anyway, moving on. That was a crazy long rant. To help Ukraine, Google rolls out air raid alerts for Android. Great. Now we can have air raid notifications. Are we going to have air raid drills? Are they going to be sending their children under desks with a book over their head again? Yeah, that's going to help when the nuke comes. All right, students, just get under the books. I love the clip that Steven Crowder did, because if you guys didn't notice, go to ready.gov. Okay, ready.gov is the government emergency preparedness site. Scroll on down to the nuclear fallout shelter portion. They just recently updated the page, and they let you know that if you have to go in a nuclear fallout shelter with people not in your immediate friends or family, to make sure you maintain social distancing and wearing a mask. So Crowder's team, of course, gets a hold of this, and they start doing this amazing 60s style air raid drill thing. And, everyone's under the desk. Some of them are wearing masks and some of them are not. And only ones wearing masks came out alive. Other ones died, So I don't know, but now we can get error rate alerts for our Android. I wonder what's going to happen when the guy like Hawaii accidentally hits the button that says, yeah, the missiles are coming. You guys remember when that happened? In fact, it was funny because Pornhub reported that their site was overwhelmed in that few minutes before death. Oh, boy. Finally, not finally, I think we have one more after this. But apparently there is a market for people making homemade monster babies. Okay, this one is inspired by Bram Stoker's Dracula. It does kind of look like a vampiric little creature, doesn't it? So this person apparently was working in, I don't know, some field, and for a hobby was doing, I guess making little dolls or whatever else. And somebody comes in and says, hey, would you make me like some creepy doll? And so this guy started making creepy dolls. And they're made with the stuff that kind of makes them feel like real creatures. And they're very high detail and things like this. So this is a 16-pound doll. Made from a master mold, goes for about $1,200. Reborns, often called ball-jointed baby dolls made of silicone or other cloth with glass eyes. Community runs a full spectrum of doll collectibles, role players, grieving parents, some people who can't have children, and folks who see them in the form of therapy. Some bring their reborns out in public, keen to see others do an inevitable double take when they realize the baby isn't real. You got mental issues when you're taking your fake baby out in a baby carriage. I just got news for you. There's actually a picture of these things. They're very creepy. Like, if I go to somebody's house and have a bunch of these sitting about their couch, I'd be like, away, demon, out! I'm going to turn into a deep south evangelical preacher. Demons gone! I mean, look at these things. Excuse me, sir. Do you not have a pile of demons on the back of your couch? But apparently there's a big market for $1,200 demon babies. Okay, whatever. And in our feature story, attackers can force Amazon Echoes to hack themselves with self-issued commands. That's right, Alexa. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm, and then go hack yourself. So the idea here is that now one of these things is actually patched, but the most of it still can work. Somebody can get close to the Alexa, pair a Bluetooth microphone to it, and start feeding it commands, turning off the sound. What they can do is they can connect to any of your devices. They can access your Amazon account. They can order piles and piles of unicorn meat for you. I would love to just get in here, get in somebody's Alexa, and order them piles of unicorn meat. They're like, where's all this unicorn meat keep coming from? I'll give you one guess. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. And you could actually get onto your phone, which they said the hacker could have your phone call a different number. And so somebody could eavesdrop on you through your cell phone via your Amazon Echo. Now, this video here has a lot of different things they do. They said that Amazon has patched the things in this video between 1:40 and 2:14, but everything else can still be done on Alexas to this day. So here's some studies looking at what was going on. Basically, yeah, your Alexa, you can use the commands on one Alexa to hack the commands on the other. That's kind of the point. So kind of exciting. It's kind of like putting the two smart speakers together and have them talk to each other. Just kind of interesting. Well, anyway, if you'd like to help support the channel, you can have a look at our Subscribe Star page, subscribestar.com/switchedtolinux. If you'd like to jump on over there, come and join us, and you can get the links to join us on the supporters stream. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. All right. Kittyville, let's see. Get a few hundred of them with a customized storyline. Card is white both times, yep. You get a psychic paper. Yeah, there you go. Last business card I made had a QR code on it and nothing else. Yeah, I did actually get a card with a QR code on it today. Where are my cards? I think my cards are over in my conference bag. I have a conference bag, so tomorrow morning, I don't have to think a whole lot. Just grab my bag and go. Missing is a proofreader, copy editor, beta readers. Yeah, you can do all that, but yeah, that's true. Yep. The bot is back. Test. Well, if all you're doing is typing test, I don't care about that. You start spamming us, man. I'll be chatting here, buddy. First book died at the preface. Kept falling asleep. There you go. 30 small books printed for around 75 cents each and all full of comedic material. There you go. Gotta get ready for work. Bye. See you later, Joseph. Later. Not a smoker, but whatever tech report is smoking must be some awesome stuff. They need to pass it along. Great. An app where they can inflict Yoko Ono's song on the Ukraine. Uh-oh. Isn't that the opposite of what you should be doing when death is imminent? It's Christmas at Ground Zero. The music's in the air. The sleigh bells are ringing and the carols are singing while the air raid sirens blare. It's Christmas at Ground Zero. And it may... Oh, what's the rest of that line? At Ground Zero. I like my favorite line in that song is, but if someone's coming down the chimney, you better load your gun and shoot to kill. Of course, Weird Al. One of my favorite old Weird Al songs. If you have not heard Christmas at Ground Zero, you should check it out. Message to follow. You've just been nuked. Thank you for your patronage. Have a nice day. Video is brought to you by Rent-A-Sitter. We're the Uber of babysitting. Download our app on Android and iOS for your random last-minute babysitter needs. I think unicorn meat is a real product. I'm telling you, it is. I have a can of it. Couldn't you still stealthily send commands to an Alexa with a speaker and ultrasonic commands? Probably. Hey Alexa, play Achy Breaky Heart for a week, nonstop. No, that's just torture. Suit your unicorn meat, and I found spam. Well, you know. Search for spam, found Alexa. You're still alive. Cool. Yes, I am. Is there a service? I actually started 15 minutes late, too. Is there a service if you don't live near a micro center that someone would buy a part for you and ship it? For what? Part for what? Thanks for the show. Have safe travels. Later, Moonbase. Still on Ubuntu, but 2110 and 2204 upgraded. Attempt I did blew up in my face. Reinstalled 2110. It's all good again. Yep. Thou shalt tempt thy kitties. We shall indeed tempt the kitties. Kitty's over there. He's got his things perked up. He's like, I hear you talking about kitties. Look at this fat thing. Now, some of this is the way he's sitting at the camera angle. But some of this is, yeah, man, that thing is fat. See how he responds to temptations being thrown at him. Here, fat boy. I didn't mean to actually hit him, but all right. Yes, kitty, you can have temptations too. Yes, come on, kitty. Come on, girl. Come on up. Come on, kitty. Boo! There's a cat. Let's see if I can get them both on. Here, you back up. Nope, back up. Stay there. There. It's a feeding frenzy. All right, kitties, that's all you get. All right, let's see. By the way, I thought you had 2 cats. Yes, there are 2 cats right there. That is 2 cats. That last line is, oh, that's right. It's what a fluke. Yeah, that last line is, what a fluke. We're going to get nuked on this jolly holiday. I'm only seeing one lady. He must not have been around for a while. We've had both on for a while. Stop saying Alexa. She keeps going off, but joke's on you because I keep her in airplane mode. Sean, you must be new around here, man. There was the old day when when I was in the house and I had the Alexa unicorn and the can of unicorn meat. Oh, I'd say it all the time, but come on, man. I mean, I could torch you. What's your favorite song again? And what's your least favorite song? All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the patience. Well, we started a little bit later this week. No video tomorrow as I am still at my conference. I should be back on Monday with another video. And with that, guys, and for you guys watching Tux Traveler, if you do not know, I have a travel channel detailing all the fun places I'm being. That video, which usually goes up Friday, is going up. It might go up late tonight. Most likely it's going to go up tomorrow, either morning or afternoon. Sometime tomorrow, I'll probably get it up. And so you can have a look over there if you are interested in that channel. Let me go ahead and link it down here. YouTube.com/Tux Traveler. There you go. You can find Tux Traveler over there and see details about the van build and how I do all this show from a mobile studio on wheels. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.